Okay, we are live. Welcome in, everyone, to another episode of White Sox Franchise. As usual, if you're not watching this live, I will put a timestamp down in the description of when the actual gameplay starts, but in the meantime, give me another 30 seconds or so to finish setting up the stream. Okay, we are good to go. So, in our last stream, what did we do our last stream? We played a 3-game series against the Minnesota Twins, and we ended up dropping 2 out of 3. In the last series, we did all the offense, so in this series, I'm going to do all the pitching and quick manage the offense. As you guys can see, this team is trash. We are 13-25, about a month and some change, month and a half through the regular season. If we take a look at the standings, I'm curious to see, does anyone have a worse record than us? We have a .342 winning percentage, so we're tied with the A's. The Angels are actually worse than us. Does anyone in the National League have a worse winning percentage than us? It doesn't look like it. So we are the second worst team in baseball at the moment. Let's take a look at how our team is doing as a whole. So going up and down our lineup, Josh Rojas, he's been trash. 0 power, no home runs so far in 135 at-bats. An abysmal .592 OPS. But unfortunately, this team is so bad that that's almost the least of our worries. Lenyn Sosa, he's doing okay. .257. The on-base is a little lower than I'd like. .683 OPS. He is only 25 years old, though. Does provide some versatility. Andrew Benintendi's quietly having a good season. Not hitting for a high average. Doesn't have a high OBP. 729 OPS is okay, but 8 homers so far in just 37 games. You know, if you extrapolate that to a 162-game season, he could very well have a 30 home run season. Now, that's probably a stretch from him, but we'll see. Luis Roberts, easily our brightest spot in this lineup. .285 average, .347 on base, and .865 OPS. Hoping I can get like a 2020 season out of him so far in 36 games, 7 homers and 4 stolen bases. Yeah, easily our brightest spot. Mike Tauchman, he's been okay. .295 average, .376 on base. Maybe I'm underselling him. He's actually been pretty good. The OPS isn't exceptionally high, but I'll take .784. He does only have 2 home runs so far, though. Andrew Vaughn, yeah, he's doing fine, too. .263, .317, 700 OPS. He's fine, but unfortunately, we have a lot of dead weight in the lineup, like Colson Montgomery. .157 average, .212 on base, a .471 OPS. That is disgusting, and I threw up in my mouth a little bit just now. Austin Slater, he does have 3 home runs on the year, but he's hitting .198, .319 OBP, .646 OPS. Matt Thaiss is our catcher, .224, .320 on base, .602 OPS. Now, unfortunately, our options on the bench aren't really that good either. Nick Maton, we called him up, I believe, last stream. He's only played in 4 games, so small sample size, but not good numbers, as you can see. Brooks Baldwin, also not good numbers. He is fast. He does have 3 stolen bases, which doesn't seem like a lot, but given that he's only appeared in 18 games, definitely not bad. Corey Lee, he's a backup catcher, whatever. And Michael A. Taylor has been trash. A .077 batting average. Yeah, that's terrible. But unfortunately, we don't really have anyone in the system to call up. And I was really banking on guys like Michael A. Taylor and a couple of my pitchers who are free agents after this year to have respectable seasons at least, so I could trade them at the trade deadline, maybe flip them for some prospects that can help us for the duration of this rebuild. Anyways, let's take a look at our pitching rotation now. Bryce Wilson's our ace. So far, he's doing pretty good. 36 strikeouts in 35 2/3 innings, 10 walks, 3.53 ERA, a 1.43 whip's a little high. But yeah, definitely a solid season from him. No complaints. Davis Martin, 39 2/3 innings, 39 punch-outs to 9 walks. So good strikeout to walk ratio. 4.76 ERA, little high, but he only has a 1.06 whip, which means that he's probably getting a little unlucky. It's a 4.08 FIP, which still isn't terrific, but it is, almost a full run better than his current ERA. Jonathan Cannon, 40 innings, but only 28 strikeouts and 19 walks. So a pretty poor strikeout to walk ratio, a 4.95 ERA and a whip of over 1.5. We did call up Mike Clevenger. I did that off stream. He's only started in one game where he went 4 innings. He allowed 3 earned, 5 hits, only 2 strikeouts, 3 walks. But he's another guy. He's a free agent at the end of the year. So I'm hoping he can put up respectable enough numbers where I can flip him at the deadline. Same goes with Martin Perez. 31 innings, 18 punch-outs to just 15 walks. That's disgustingly bad. ERA just under 5 and a whip of almost 2. Terrible. Jake Eater, the innings eater. He so far has eaten 23 1/3 innings, 17 punch-outs to 8 walks. Isn't bad, but 7.33 ERA and a 1.63 whip. We did call up Juan Carella. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He is only 64 overall with D potential. He's only appeared in 2 games, 3 innings, but ERA is 0 so far. So he was a starting pitcher in our AAA rotation, and he was having the best year, and he was already on our 40-man. So I called him up to provide some relief in our bullpen. I felt like we could use another long reliever, especially because, our pitching rotation will get dildoed around sometimes. And then, if we put Jake Eater in, then we don't really have a long reliever to go back-to-back days. So I like having 2 long relievers here. I also needed some balance in the bullpen. We have 1, 2, 3. Well, we have 3 lefties now. We sent, what's his name? His last name's Schuster. Jared Schuster down. We had 4 lefties in the bullpen. It was just too lefty-heavy. We were running into lineups with almost exclusively right-handed hitters, and I would have to throw, like Penn Murphy in because I didn't want to throw a lefty against a righty. Anyways, back on track here. Tyler Gilbert, 23 games, 18 innings, not missing a lot of bats and kind of allowing a lot of traffic. 4.50 ERA, 1.67 whip, not good. Gus Varland, 30 games already for him. 25 2/3 innings, 22 punch-outs, 10 walks. That's a little high. 3.86 ERA is okay, so it was a 1.25 whip. Shane Smith, he's actually been very good this year. 17 1/3 innings, 13 punch-outs to 8 walks isn't overly impressive. A .52 ERA and a 1.15 whip. I have a feeling FIP doesn't like him quite as much. 3.63 FIP, so maybe he is getting a little lucky. Cam Boozer, 19 1/3 innings, 16 punch-outs to 3 walks, a 1.86 ERA and a 1.09 whip. He's been very good. Justin Anderson, he's struggled a little bit. 20 2/3 innings, does have 20 strikeouts, but also has 11 walks. An ERA of 5.66 and a whip of over 1.5. And finally, Penn Murphy, our closer. 14 1/3 innings, 12 punch-outs to 5 walks, has not allowed an earned run so far this year. A .77 whip, and he saved 8 games with no blown saves. So we have some bright spots on our team. Yeah, Penn Murphy's a bright spot, Cam Boozer, Shane Smith. Yeah, we have a couple good pitchers in our rotation. I'm happy with Bryce Wilson. Actually, that's really all I'm happy with. The rest of this is like replacement level. And, you take a look at our lineup again. Robert's the only one who I'd say is doing good. Some guys are doing, satisfactory. Lennon Sosa, Benintendi, Tauchman, Andrew Vaughn. But everyone else sucks, including our bench. And the rest of our rotation is, we have 26 guys on our big league roster at any given time. I'd say probably, I don't know. How many guys did I just name? Probably 16 of those 26 guys are below satisfactory level. But anyways, we're going to jump into this 3-game series against the Miami Marlins, who are currently 16-21. Not a good team on paper either. So hopefully we have a good series. We're going to be doing all the pitching in this series. And Mike Clevenger is going to be on the mound. He's going to make his second start of the year, and we got some guys who are tired. I think I'm going to give Mike Tachman the day off. I think I'm going to put Nick Maton in. And Lennon Sosa probably needs a day off. I'll put Brooks Baldwin in. Our lineup's going to be so trash, man. Yeah, sure. I mean, at least Baldwin's got some speed. Benintendi, Robert. Let's bump Andrew Vaughn up one. Let's go. Actually, this is going to be a trash lineup. Yeah, thank you, hitting coach, but unfortunately our team's so trash I can't really afford to bench guys who aren't doing well. Figure it out, bozo.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Miami Marlins going up against the Chicago White Sox.
What's our storyline? Of course, you get to see what I did off stream.
Well,
let's talk about Jonathan Cannon.
Stellar performance by yesterday's starter. Looking forward to seeing what he's got today.
His teammate was lights out, Boog, in total command all game long. If he brings that same intensity again, these hitters are in for a long day.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about ready to go. And on the mound today, Mike Clevenger.
All right, Mike Clevenger on the bump. Here's Otto Lopez.
And he's striking out. And when you've got
Clevenger is a 5-pitch pitcher.
One mistake can put your team behind the 8-ball early in a ball game. So we'll see today if somehow he's able to reverse that trend.
And that's going to be a little dribbler up the first baseline. Vaughn picks it up in fair territory and applies the tag for out number one.
Victor Mesa Jr., the next up for the
There's
Marlins.
Victor Mesa Jr. hitting .409. I don't know how big of a sample size, but
that's in there.
Sinker's in there, 1 and 2.
Base is empty.
And a swing and a miss. Clevenger picks up his first strikeout of the game.
Stepping in is
2 away.
hitting shortstop, Xavier Edwards.
Here's Xavier Edwards.
2 down, nobody on.
And that is hit hard. That is going to be a fair ball down the left field line. That will kick into the corner. It's picked up by Slater, but Edwards is going to be in there with a 2-out double.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball.
Here's Connor Norby. A lot of guys I haven't heard of on this Marlins team, much like this White Sox team, but I'm familiarizing myself.
Here is Connor
we got a man on second with 2 outs, and it's 2 and 2 now to Connor Norby.
First inning, try to put something up on the board. It's a big 2-out double right there.
Good slider.
The cleanup man can drive him in and put a tally up there.
And a swing and a miss, so we work around the 2-out double. A couple punch-outs in the inning for Clevenger, but we hold the Marlins 2-0 in the top of the first.
Here's Josh.
And now we'll go ahead and quick manage the offense. Josh Rojas grounds out. Brooks Baldwin grounds out. Andrew Benintendi flies out. So it's a 1-2-3 bomb of the first.
Second inning set to go. And now for the Marlins, Jonah Bride.
So here's Jonah Bride. Let's go 4-seam.
Next pitch is
That's
outside.
just outside.
3-1.
3-1 now.
Right through there.
Sinker. It's on the inside corner. 3-2. We're going cutter. And that's a high fly ball in the left. Should be playable for Slater. Back onto the track. And he puts it away for out number 1.
Well, off the bat, I thought for sure it had enough to get out of here. But that wind's kind of blowing in from left. And I think that's what made the difference.
So here's Jesus Sanchez.
Clevenger winds and deals.
And that's a ground ball. Rojas at third. Fires across the diamond. 2 away.
2 out. So 2 down now. And here is Griffin Conine.
There's Griffin Conine. Is he related to Jeff Conine? Someone look that up.
Got it.
And a swing and a miss at the sinker. 3 punch-outs for Clevenger through 2. And we're still scoreless.
Bottom half of inning number 2. And now here's the big center fielder, Luis Robert.
All right, we'll go ahead and quick manage the offense. Luis Robert strikes out. Andrew Vaughn lines out. Nick Maton singles. So 2 out. Man on first for Austin Slater. He also singles. 2 on, 2 out for Colson Montgomery, who pops out to end the inning. So we leave 2 men stranded. Still scoreless after 2. Graham Pauley at the plate for the Marlins. And that is a ground ball, and that's going to find a hole into center field.
So a man on base.
So it's a leadoff single for the Marlins.
Now it's the Marlins catcher, Agustin Ramirez.
Agustin Ramirez.
And a pitch. And a foul ball.
1-2 now. We're going to go slider. And a swing and a miss. 4 punch-outs for Clevenger. 1 away.
So the batting
now
order turns over.
We're back to the top of the Marlins lineup. Otto Lopez.
Pauly leads off first with 1 away. And that is downstairs. And a count 2-1. Late
and that's hit hard but foul. And a swing and a miss. Back-to-back punch-outs. 5 on the day for Clevenger.
The next to hit.
Looking like his Cleveland version here in the early going. 2 out. Victor Mesa at the plate.
2 outs. And that's it.
Sinker's in there.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone.
Yeah, we're going up high and tight.
Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Pitch misses. It's 2-2.
And a swing and a miss. Clevenger strikes out the side. 6 on the day. We work around the leadoff single. Still scoreless.
Back at right field. Here's the catcher.
All right, so Matt Theis to lead things off. He grounds out. Josh Rojas strikes out. Brooks Baldwin grounds out. So we go 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the third.
At the plate for Miami, Xavier Edwards.
Xavier Edwards at the plate. He hit that double in the top of the first. And that's hit hard but foul.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's going to.
And that's going to be a ground ball towards the middle. Baldwin on the outfield grass. Not nearly in time. And Edwards is aboard with the leadoff single.
So now here's the DH, Connor Norby.
So here's Connor Norby.
And
that's fouled away.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And that's going to be a line drive, right center field. That's going to be a base hit. And that's going to get past Robert. And that's going to allow a run to score. It's an RBI double for Connor Norby. And Miami strikes first, 1-0.
Being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the
Jonah
cages
Bride
working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Norby at second with nobody out.
That's hit hard. That's a fair ball down the right field line. And that kicks into the corner. Marlins are going to score another run on back-to-back doubles. And it's 2-0.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield.
There's Jesus Sanchez.
Kind of makes me think he was thinking
Marlins with 3 straight hits. Make it 4 straight hits. The runner stops at third, though. And there's men on the corners with nobody out.
You don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a
gotta do a mound visit here.
A lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
So it's 1-2 to Griffin Conine.
And here is Griffin Conine.
And that's hit hard, but caught by Colson Montgomery.
Nice swing.
114 off the bat, nothing to show for it, one away.
Needed a little more lift to get into the outfield gap. Maybe a little more backspin.
There's Graham Pauley.
Next offering is fouled back. Traffic on the bases with 2 already in to score. Top half of inning number 4. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
That's going to be a little dribbler in front of the plate. Clevenger has it, and his only play is going to be at first. 4 out, number 2, but another run scores. 3-0.
The 2-1. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Runner at second, 2 down.
That's going to be blocked by Theis. Runner's going to try to advance in the throwdown, and he's safe.
Into third of the wild pitch.
So the 4th round of the inning. He's 90 feet away from potentially scoring. 3-2, 2 outs.
2 outs.
That's a high fly ball into center field, but playable for Luis Robert. And there's out number 3, but the Marlins strike for 3 runs in the top of the 4th and lead 3-0.
Bottom of the 4th, now it's the DH, Andrew Benintendi.
Go ahead and quick manage the offense. Benintendi reaches on an error. Robert gets into a fielder's choice. Vaughn flies out. We're going to try to steal with Robert here, and he's caught stealing. Yeah, our offense is bad. We need to get creative with how we score runs. Mike Clevenger back out on the hill, 81 pitches. The top of the 5th, facing the top of the Marlins lineup with Otto Lopez.
That's off the
as he
mark,
takes
and
ball
it's
2.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Next offering misses down and away.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Full count now. Let's go slider. And that's going to be a line drive over the leaping Andrew Vaughn.
Now he'll turn for second.
And Lopez is off for second. He's going to be in there with a leadoff double.
Yeah, the batter.
What we got in their lineup? They do have a few lefties coming up. We are going to get a couple guys up in the bullpen. Who do I want warmed up? Let's get Tyler Gilbert warmed up. Let's get Gus Varland warmed up as well.
Now, Victor Mesa Jr.
Here's Victor Mesa Jr., 0 for 2 on the day. It's chopped foul, 1 and 2.
Man at second.
That's going to be a ground ball. Andrew Vaughn on the backhand takes it himself.
1 away here in the 5th.
4 out, number 1. Runner does advance down to third. I think I'm going to bring the infield in.
Infield comes in now.
Can't afford to let another run score. There's Xavier Edwards. He's 2 for 2 on the day. And that's going to be a ground ball. And that's past Baldwin for a base hit. So bringing the infield in burns us. Runner probably would have scored anyways with the infield back, but we might have been able to get an out.
With the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
It's 4-0 now. Can I do another mound visit? All right. This is going to be Clevenger's last hitter.
Next to hit, Connor Norby.
That's going to be a ground ball. This could be 2. 6, 4, 3 to end the top of the 5th. But unfortunately, the Marlins squeak across another run. And halfway through regulation, they lead 4-0.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the right fielder.
We'll go ahead and quick manage here. Nick Maton reaches on a walk. Slater, fielder's choice. Colson Montgomery flies out. Matt Theis singles. This is our best opportunity to score here, and we do it. All right, 4-1. Josh Rojas, RBI single. Brooks Baldwin somehow hits an infield single, I'm guessing. That doesn't advance the runner from third. And that's how the inning ends. But we do push across one more.
Top of the 6th inning.
And that is going to do it. For Clevenger, he gets through 5. Tyler Gilbert's going to come into the game.
Going with a new arm, Tyler Gilbert.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And
that's going to be a ground ball over to Vaughn. It's a fair ball. He takes himself 4 out, number 1. Now it's Jesus Sanchez.
The next up for the Marlins. 1 down, base is empty.
And that's going to be a chopper back through the middle for a base hit. So it's a 1-out single for Jesus Sanchez.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much.
Griffin Conine, son of Jeff Conine.
And now Griffin Conine.
And that's going to be a little looper into right center, and that is going to be a base hit.
And that'll get down for a
runner will advance from first to third.
So runners at the corners,
and the Marlins have men on the corners, and they are threatening to score for their 3rd consecutive inning.
Miami, Graham Pauley.
Graham Pauley at the plate now.
Pauley with some struggles at the plate recently, not uncommon for rookies. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first
and that's third. A line shot into left. Slater has it. Runner's going to try and tag and score. The throw, and we got him. What a cannon from Austin Slater. And that prevents the Marlins from scoring for a 3rd consecutive inning. It's still 4-1 after 5.5.
Here on the south.
We'll go ahead and quick manage here. Luis Robert strikes out. Andrew Vaughn reaches on an error. Nick Maton hits into a double play. So we still go 1-2-3.
Back at right field.
Despite Vaughn reaching. Tyler Gilbert was able to escape trouble in his inning of work. Gus Varland is going to come in for the 7th. Still down by 3. Got the number 9 hitter here in Ramirez.
And a 1-1. Cut on and missed 96.
1-2.
Fastball.
1-2's the count.
And that's a fly ball right center field. Maton on the run, and he's able to get there. 4 out, number 1.
So up next, Otto
back to the top of the order. Otto Lopez, 1 for 3 on the day.
1 down, base is empty. And that one is in the dirt. 2
in the dirt, 2-1. Way out in front of that changeup, 2-2. That caught way too much at the plate.
And that's
in the dirt, 3-2 now. And that is smashed into right, but right at Maton. 4 out, number 2.
Victor Mesa Jr.
Here's Victor Mesa, 0 for 3 on the day. And that's a little line shot, just foul down the left field line. Another fastball, caught too much of the plate. The 1-2 now. And a swing and a miss, so it's a 1-2-3 inning for Varland. And it's stretch time here from right field. Still down 4-1.
New pitcher on here.
Okay. Let me get another arm warmed up in the arm barn. Where are we in their lineup? 3, 4, 5 hitters. I think we're gonna let's get Shane Smith and Cam Boozer warmed up. We'll go ahead and quick manage here. Austin Slater grounds out. Colson Montgomery flies out. Matt Theis strikes out. So we go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 7th.
And welcome back to the ball.
Go ahead and we are going to put Shane Smith into the game.
So a young arm coming on now out of the pen, number 64.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year.
Here's Xavier
so
Edwards,
defense
3 for
should
3
be
on the
active.
day.
Pitch is in the dirt, 2-1.
You know, these Marlins, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. A handful have turned into outs, but of the balls they
Swing and a miss with the
played,
cutter.
10 have been line drives. I say keep barreling the ball and good things will happen. Don't let that get you frustrated.
And that's a little jam shot in the right. Maton makes the running catch. 4 out, number 1. Edwards was dangerously close to starting off 4 for 4. Here's the cleanup hitter, Connor Norby. It's 1 for 3 on the day.
That one fouled off, 2-2. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th.
And that is smashed into center, and that's going to be a base hit.
Another multi-hit.
The Marlins have a 1-out single.
Really hot lately. I could watch base hits like that.
Here's Jonah Bride.
Long, and so could every hitting
He's got
coach in the
3-1
league.
count.
Just a nice line drive into center field.
That's going to be a ground ball, and that's going to find a hole in the left for a base hit. Runner's going to try to advance to third in the throwdown, and he's out. Austin Slater with his 2nd outfield assist of the day.
And now the right.
And we are going to go to the bullpen. Cam Boozer. He's going to come in the game.
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Cam Boozer.
And if you dig into his walk rate,
2 out,
his numbers are really
1 man on.
impressive.
Jesus
He's
Sanchez
really
at the
filled up
plate.
the strike zone this season, so these batters better be ready to swing the bats.
And that's a high pop-up.
In foul ground.
In foul grounds, Rojas takes care of it, and it's a 1-pitch
and makes the catch. And
appearance for Cam Boozer. He's probably going to come out for the top of the 9th, however.
So back to the top of the order.
So bottom of the 8th now, Josh Rojas to lead things off. Starts things off with a single. Brooks Baldwin, he hits a double, but the runner gets thrown out. Andrew Benintendi flies out. Luis Robert, RBI single, it's 4-2 now. RBI double, it's now 4-3. You know what? I am pinch hitting for Nick Maton. Mike Tauchman's going to come into the game. He walks. Austin Slater. We get another runner thrown out, dude. Can we stop getting thrown out?
Back here on the south side. All set to start the 9th in this one. Here's the left field.
We're going to leave Cam Boozer out for now. Griffin Conine at the plate. It's 4-3.
That's off the mark, and it's 2-1. And that one,
that's low. Ball.
Cutting but missing down low. That one misses.
And that's a leadoff walk.
Leadoff walk. So a man aboard.
Who do I want to get up? Let's get Justin Anderson up.
Now the third baseman, Graham Pauley.
There's Graham Pauley. We're going to go with a bunt here. Vaughn, can we get him at second? We get him at second, so we get the lead runner. Unable to get the trail runner. I'm going to do a mound visit here.
Top of the 9th.
It's the number 9 man, Ramirez.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count.
That's going to be a ground ball. Montgomery knocks it down, can't make a play.
Shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count.
We're going to go ahead and put Justin Anderson in the game. 2 men on, 1 man out. Top of the Marlins order in Otto Lopez. He's got a 3-1 count.
And now here is
And that's going to be ball 4. So they're loaded up.
The stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities.
For Victor Mesa Jr. I think Victor Mesa can run a little bit.
Here. And now for the Marlins, Victor Mesa Jr.
We're going to do corners in.
All loaded up in the infield at the corners. Don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Slice the other way and foul.
That's a high fly ball, shallow right field. Tauchman into the game now. Puts it away for out number 2. The runner's going to try and tag and score. The throw to the plate, not in time. And the Marlins get an important insurance run.
Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here. 2 on, 2 out.
Here's Xavier Edwards, 3 for 4 on the day.
They call this batter a gamer because he always seems to perform better.
And that's going to be ball 4.
Who doesn't want a guy like that on your team? Oh, this is their chance to break it open.
And they're loaded up.
End up winning this
2 out for the cleanup man, Connor Norby.
This opportunity right here and have some regret.
Anderson ready to work. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Kind of goes without saying, but straight on these 2 runners in scoring position.
That's going to be a little dribbler. Montgomery throws on the first. 4 out number 3. The Marlins push across a potentially important insurance run. 5-3 heading into the bottom of the 9th.
Back now and on the mound.
Anthony Bender coming in. I go ahead and quick manage here. Colson Montgomery flies out. Matt Dice pops out. Josh Rojas strikes out. And we drop game 1 5-3 to the Miami Marlins.
This series, you come into a new ballpark and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Chambi saying so long from the south side of Chicago.
All right, taking a look at the box score. Offense, Andrew Vaughn and Brooks Baldwin each had doubles. Luis Robert, Andrew Vaughn, and Josh Rojas each drove in a run. Clevenger, 5 innings, 4 earned, 8 hits, 6 strikeouts, no walks. Bullpen overall only gave up 1 earned. We did walk 3 batters combined, though, and only struck out 1 with our bullpen. So yeah, we dropped game 1 to the Marlins. We got 2 more to go, though. Wait, come again? When did Luis Robert get injured? This is news to me. Huh? Okay, so, yeah, breaking development here. Our best player just broke his leg, and he is going to be out for 2 to 3 months. We are going to place him on the 60-day injured list. Yeah, that's devastating. Yeah, that sucks. So now, before we jump into game 2, we need to call someone up from AAA. Who's an outfielder? Now, we do have Joey Gallo. He actually got hurt. Putting up very good numbers in AAA, albeit in a very small sample size. I mean, everyone knows Joey Gallo. Dude hits absolute tanks. That's if he actually hits the ball. He's probably going to be the one that we call up. We did have Dominic Fletcher on the team earlier. But he's not really good at anything. Okay, so I think we're going to just go ahead and call up Joey Gallo. I think he's listed as a first baseman. Yep, so Joey Gallo's on the team now. Oh, wait. Is he not on our 40-man? How the fuck's he not on our 40-man, dude? Can we add him to the 40-man? Okay, we've added him to the 40-man. I thought I was going to have to DFA someone. Move to MLB. Okay. Alright. Now, because this is a chain reaction, so now I need to find out, who's our best outfielder slash first baseman in AAA, at least this year. Might be this guy, Wilfred Veras. Braden Montgomery, I think, is one of our top prospects. Okay, so Wilfred Veras. Get ready to learn AAA, buddy. What is he? He's listed as a right fielder, I think. Yeah. Move to AAA. And now let's go to our single A roster. Do we have any... Who do I want to move up? Actually, you know what? No. Yeah, sure. Let's move this guy up to AA. Okay. So, yeah, how do I want to adjust my MLB lineup now? So now our cleanup hitter and our starting center fielder is injured for a good chunk of the year. He won't be back until well after the All-Star break. I mean, who do I want playing center field now? I mean, Michael A. Taylor against lefties is going to be fine. Can Slater handle playing center field? I think that's what I'm going to do. Joey Gallo is going to be our cleanup hitter and play left field. Andrew Vaughn can't play third. Okay, yeah, I think that's going to be good enough for now. So yeah, we lose our star player. Yeah, auto-fix the lineups. I don't... Not that I don't care about the AAA lineup or the AA lineup, but I don't have the energy to fix it right now. I can't believe we lost Robert, the one player who was playing above average on this team. Breaks his leg. Anyways, we got to jump into game 2. Martin Perez on the mound. Alright, I don't think anyone really needs a day off. Alright, let's get into it. Let's go Yankees, both our teams won today. Yeah, I mean, I guess, well, it's not good for me as a Red Sox fan, but I watched the Red Sox play earlier, playing against the White Sox. Walk-off victory. I can't remember who the Yankees played today.
Going up against the Chicago White Sox.
Colson Montgomery searching for power. Joey Gallo, we just called him up, so I guess he's searching for power.
He's been really up against it lately. Major struggles at the plate, but perhaps today he gets it going again.
Yeah, Boog, he needs to find his rhythm out there and just simplify his mindset in the box. I know it's easier said than done, but you just got to...
First pitch coming your way next.
They played the Rays. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, Red Sox just came off of a series against the Rays.
Set now, and today's starting pitcher, Martin Perez.
Red Sox got outscored, I think, like 20-9 in the 3-game series they just had with the Rays. But they won 2 out of 3, so I'll take it, I guess.
He's going to take the ball. He's going to go out there and give it his
best. They were up 8-4. Pitching sold. Yep.
Otto Lopez.
I don't even know when the Red Sox and Yankees play each other next. Usually, in the good old days, they used to play each other, you know, fairly early on in April, but now they like won't play each other until May, June.
Misses, and a count 2-1.
And that is smashed into left center field. That's going to be extra bases.
Around first, heading for 2. And it's a
leadoff double for Otto Lopez.
He was all over that.
Martin Perez on the mound for us. One of the guys that I'm really hoping to does well on this team, mostly because I want to trade him at the deadline, and I don't want him to be worthless. Here's Griffin Conine.
And a pitch.
Someone check if Griffin Conine is the son of Jeff Conine. Like, am I geeking, or is that true? Conine's not exactly a unpopular, or Conine's not exactly a popular last name.
Man at second.
That's going to be a little dribbler. Andrew Vaughn at first, steps on the bag for out number 1. Runner goes down to third.
Xavier Edwards.
They're related. Are they father and son?
You have to stay disciplined in these at-bats. Try not to chase. A strikeout here is the last thing you want.
You know what? Right away, I'm bringing the infield in.
Infield comes in now.
Father and son. Yep. All right. Thanks for checking that. That was irritating me. That's going to be a dribbler. We're going home. And we don't get him.
He's safe. And it's 1-0.
I was a little slow.
Connor Norby, the next up for the Marlins.
You know, our offense isn't scoring any runs.
And the speed together.
We took a risk there. Okay, they're playing back now. Yeah, man, have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. So we're down 1-0, 3 batters into the ball game.
Runner on the move.
And the runner's off on the pitch. Pitches a strike to throw down to second. He's late.
High leg kick hangs in the air, but he read it nicely. And now in scoring position to add on to this lead.
Let's go change up.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Let's go cutter.
Got him.
Swing and a miss. Perez has his first strikeout, 2 away now. Here's Jonah Bride.
Next up for the Marlins.
That's a pitch in the dirt. No advantage for the runner on second.
Good job behind the dish.
Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball.
And that's a line drive. That's going to be a base hit in the right. Runner's going to try to score from second. The throw to the plate. It beats him there, but he's safe at home. 2-0 Marlins.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you
Here's Jesus
really
Sanchez.
good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands.
He's got 2-2 count now.
And you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. So we do register 2 strikeouts in the inning, but we also allow 2 runs. 2-0. Heading into the bottom of the first.
Back here with my pal Singy and towing the slab, Cal Quantrill. What do you got on him, Chris?
Yeah, he's definitely had his struggles so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip, but he's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and quick manage here. Josh Rojas singles, but then Sosa hits into a double play. So that is erased. We go 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the first.
And now for the Marlins, Davison De Los Santos.
So it's 2-0 here in the top of the second.
Perez ready to fire now. In the dirt, and it's 2-1. And that skips in the dirt.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1
3-2
count.
now.
That one finds the zone. 3-2 now. That's a good
And that pitch is in the dirt, so it's a leadoff walk.
In that plate appearance, works the walk. So a man at first. Now it's the Marlins catcher, Agustin Ramirez.
Swing and a miss. Perez has 3 strikeouts.
They're the batter now, Derek Hill.
Here's Derek Hill.
Here's a 1-1.
That's going to be a ground ball. This could be 2. Montgomery, second, 1 on to first. And we get Hill at first. A 6-4-3 DP to end the top of the second. A 1-2-3 second for Perez, and a much-needed one at that. And here's Joey Gallo. Unfortunately, we're not going to see him hit because I don't have time for that, and he strikes out. Typical Joey Gallo. A walk to Mike Tauchman. A single for Andrew Vaughn. 2 on, 1 out for Colson Montgomery, who hits into a double play. Because, of course, he does.
Here on the south side, now it's the second baseman, Otto Lopez.
Back to the top of the Marlins order with Otto Lopez.
Knocks that one
That's
away.
fouled away.
Again. Curve in the dirt.
2 strikes.
That one misses. And now 3-2.
That's going to be a ground ball. Rojas at third. The throw is in the dirt. Vaughn can't scoop it, and Lopez will reach. So that is going to be an E5 on Rojas. Here's Griffin Conine, who I have now learned is Jeff Conine's son.
Hit hard but foul off to the
So
left.
if Jeff Conine is Mr. Marlin, does this make Griffin Conine Prince Marlin? I'll see myself out.
Gets a piece there. We'll do
He almost
again.
decapitates his first base coach.
Slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that.
And a swing and a miss on the cutter.
Swings and misses.
4 strikeouts for Perez.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Xavier Edwards. Runner on the go.
And runner was on the move to second, so that's going to help them avoid the double play.
So now it's the
Runner advances down to second. 2 outs for Connor Norby.
Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game.
That's a high fly ball into right center. Tauchman on the run, puts it away. 4 out number 3, so we avoid any real damage in the top of the third, but we're still down 2-0.
Set for the bottom.
We'll go ahead and quick manage here. Austin Slater leading things off. Grounds out. Matt Theis grounds out. And Josh Rojas strikes out.
And welcome back to the ballpark. As we
2-0 after 3.
Now here's the Marlins DH.
Jonah Bride at the
Jonah
plate.
Bride.
And that's a ground ball, and that almost kills Perez.
Man aboard on the leadoff single.
And that's going to be a leadoff single for Jonah Bride.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So
now
nice
here's
job to
Jesus
use that big
Sanchez.
hole and get himself a hit.
Now, Jesus Sanchez. Swinging a foul out of play. Outside low, and the count's even at 2.
That's a ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
On the ground
It's hit hard, but
and
foul.
Just foul.
That's going to be a ground ball. Up the middle, Sosa flips to second, and we don't get him.
First and second, no outs. Davison
So
De
2 men
Los
on, no one out
Santos digs in
for
now.
Los Santos.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled. Bryant over at second. Sanchez at first with no outs.
Oh, come on.
That one close, ruled the ball. Ball 2. Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And it's a high fly ball in the right. Tauchman heading back. Shy of the warning track for out number 1. Runner will tag from second, head to third. And they're on the corners with 1 out.
Agustin Ramirez will hit next. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground.
That's going to be a ground ball. This could be 2. Montgomery, second, 1. On to first, there's 2.
Double play of the day will end the 4th.
So it is still 2-0 heading into the bottom of the 4th. We're going to get some action up in the bullpen. We're going to get Juan Corella up. He's going to come in for the 5th and hopefully eat up at least 2 innings, maybe even 3. Lennon Sosa to lead things off. He singles. Benintendi also singles. Can Joey Gallo bunt? Do I try it? Nah, swing. Okay, that doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me either, neither is that. So we get back-to-back singles to lead things off and are unable to do anything with it. Perez is going to be done after 4 innings. Juan Corella.
Here, number 70. This is
or number 70 as the game calls him. Of course, we called Corella up from AAA. That's going to be a ground ball. Third base, Rojas. One away.
On to first. 1 up, 1 down. So digging in, Otto Lopez.
Back to the top of the Marlins order. Otto Lopez.
Sliced
That's
hard but foul.
Sliced foul.
1 down, base is empty.
That's going to be a ground ball towards the middle. Sosa on the backhand, throws on the run. 2 out.
2 set down at the top of the 5th. Griffin Conine.
Here's Griffin Conine. Prince Marlin. That's a line drive, center field. Slater on the run, makes the catch. And it's a 1-2-3, top of the 5th. For Juan Corella. We're halfway through regulation, still 2-0.
Back here on the south side.
All right, Colson Montgomery to lead things off. He walks. Austin Slater hits into a fielder's choice. Matt Theis hits into a double play.
And we're back. All right, we go to the top half of inning
top of the 6th,
6.
still 2-0. Here's Xavier Edwards.
Xavier Edwards.
And that is smashed but caught by Rojas. He was almost decapitated. I think that was 103 off the bat.
I mean, he couldn't have hit that ball.
There's Connor Norby.
Than he did, and yet he's got nothing to show for it. Hang with him. I know the feeling.
And that
That's
one
fouled away. 1-2.
1 out, base is empty. That one missed.
Slider misses.
That's too low. Full count now. Too high.
And that's going to be a 1-out walk.
What a battle
for Norby.
It's easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Jonah Bride getting ready to hit.
There's Jonah Bride.
There's his
out in front of that change piece.
Go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
That's hit hard right to Vaughn at first, and he applies the tag for the quick double play.
Double play.
So, a couple hard hit balls by the Marlins there, but nothing to show for it. Still 2-0 after 5.5.
Here on the south side, here's Josh Rojas.
All these fans definitely wanting.
Okay, we'll go ahead. Quick manage, top of the order. Josh Rojas grounds out. Lennon Sosa singles. Benintendi also singles. Joey Gallo flies out. Tauchman walks. They're loaded with 2 out. Andrew Vaughn grounds out. So nothing doing in the bottom of the 6th, despite the fact that we're threatening.
We go to the top of the 7th, and at the plate for Miami, Jesus Sanchez.
Corella out for his 3rd inning of relief against Jesus Sanchez.
The 1-1. Late on that
swing and a miss on the fastball.
Next offering is down low.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And that is destroyed. Right center. Back goes Slater. He'll need a rocket up his ass to catch that one. Home run, Jesus Sanchez. And it's now 3-0 Marlins. We hung the curveball.
Pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
Digging in, Davison De Los.
What do we got here? We'll get Gus Varland warmed up.
Nobody.
Actually, we'll get double barrel action. Let's get Tyler Gilbert warmed up too.
Nobody out with a run in here in the top half of inning number 7.
3-0 Marlins now.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. In the dirt, 2 balls, 2 strikes the count.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work.
That's going to be a ground ball, and that's going to find a hole into right field for a base hit. So, a man aboard with no one out for the Marlins. Going to do a mound visit here.
Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Now a chance for Agustin Ramirez.
That's going to be a fly ball into center.
Field.
Slater under it.
And he makes the catch.
1 out.
There's 1 down. And now the center fielder, Derek Hill.
Now Derek Hill.
Santos at first, 1 gone.
He's hit into a double play already.
Yeah, the pitch is in for
He takes that changeup at the knees. 1-2. And that's going to be a fly ball, shallow center. Slater's been pretty busy out there. There's out number 2.
Otto Lopez.
There's Otto Lopez, the top of the Marlins order. Corella trying to complete his 3rd inning of relief.
And a swing and a miss.
Full count.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused.
And that's a high fly ball, left field, towards the netting goes Gallo, and he can't get there.
It's a foul ball. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
That's going to be a ground ball off the end of the bat. Sosa. And that'll do it for the top of the 7th, but we allow a solo home run to Jesus Sanchez, and we are now down 3-0 at the stretch. Go ahead and quick manage here. Colson Montgomery grounds out Austin Slater. Singles. Matt Thaiss hits an RBI double. We're on the board, 3-1. Rojas strikes out. Sosa also strikes out. But we get one back. It's now 3-1. Corella is going to come out of the game. Who do I want to put in? Lefty switch, right. I think we are going to put Tyler Gilbert in.
New pitcher now, Tyler Gilbert. 25th appearance of the year for him.
And that's hit hard and over the leaping Montgomery. And that's going to be a leadoff single for Griffin Conine.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Pretty much a model swing on
There's
that
Xavier
one
Edwards.
into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want.
Out in front of the splitter, 1-2.
That led to that knock.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
It's going to be a line drive. Joey Gallo.
Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
One away.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Connor Norby. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal you a bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone?
There's Connor Norby.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanics.
And a swing and a miss, 2 away.
Look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
There's Jonah Bride.
Here's the Marlins DH, Jonah Bride. Konai leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
That pitch is in the dirt. No advantage for Konai. That's going to be a ground ball. Gilbert knocks it down, and he recovers and throws to first. 4 out, number 3, so we work around the leadoff single. Still 3-1. All right, go ahead and quick manage the offense. Andrew Benintendi doubles. Joey Gallo strikes out. Mike Tauchman flies out. A walk to Andrew Vaughn. Colson Montgomery flies out. So it's still 3-1. We will put Gus Varland in for the 9th.
Gus Varland.
Try and hold the Marlins to a 2-run lead here. Jesus Sanchez at the plate. He took us deep his last time up. He hung a curveball. And that's a line drive, left center field. On the run is Gallo, and he makes the catch. 4 out, number 1.
Davison De Los Santos, the next up for the Marlins.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend,
and that's a ground ball through the hole into left field. Or a base hit. De Los Santos with a 1-out single.
And up next for
Here's Agustin Ramirez.
Here's a 2-1.
Change-up not close. 3-1. And that's high and tight. 4-4. 2 on, 1 out. We're going to get Cam Boozer warmed up.
Quick free pass.
De Los Santos, the lead runner at second. Ramirez at first. 1 gone. Upstairs. 3-1.
That's going to be a ground ball. Montgomery flips to second. There's 1 on to first. Cannot get him at first. It's a fielder's choice. Men on the corners. 2 outs.
Runners on first and third. 2 away.
Here's Otto Lopez, the leadoff man. 1 for 4 on the day. And a swing and a miss. So Chris Varland avoids any real trouble. And we head into the bottom of the 9th. Still down by 2.
So bottom of the 9th.
And Austin Slater to lead things off. He flies out. Matt Thaiss singles. Josh Rojas pops out. Lennon Sosa grounds out. And that's your ball game. We lose 3-1 to the Marlins, dropping the first 2 of this 3-game set. We will try and avoid the sweep in the rubber match.
The home team is always fighting to keep themselves alive. So got to come out, execute, play really good baseball tomorrow to complete this sweep.
And your final 3-1 for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
All right, taking a look at the box score. Andrew Benintendi, Matt Thaiss each had doubles. Matt Thaiss driving in our only run. Martin Perez, 4 innings, 2 earned, 4 hits, 4 punch-outs, 1 walk. Really got the pitch count up. Juan Carrella, 3 innings of relief to help kind of save our bullpen. He did allow that 1 home run. Yeah, I mean, our pitching staff as a whole did their job today, but 1 run on 10 hits, it's never going to cut it. Okay, time for game 3, but before we do that, we're going to look into some scouting a little bit. Alright, I have 2 guys who are completely scouted. We got Miguel Campos. He's got 52% motivation to sign. Looks to be an above-average contact here. Doesn't have a ton of pop. Looks like he's got good vision. Okay plate discipline. Very good in the field, though. Good at fielding. Good arm strength. Arm accuracy is a little hit and miss. Reaction seems to be good. Also very fast. It's a low injury risk. He's an 18-year-old out of Nicaragua. We got Kareem Villa, 21 years old. He's a pitcher. His stamina is rated pretty low, which leads me to believe... Oh yeah, he's a closing pitcher. Let's see, he's got decent control, it looks like, decent velocity, good pitch break. Okay. Hi, Craven Hart. Sorry, I haven't joined forever. That's all right, man. Whenever you get the chance to join, I appreciate it. Welcome. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, playing a 3-game set against the Marlins. We've dropped the first 2. I'm just looking at some scouting assignments here. Okay, we need to change our prospect. I'm trying to go by our draft picks. As you can see, we pick 10th, 40th, and 77th, and then we have rounds 4, 5, and 6. So I'm trying to look for guys around that area. Sure. All right, let's look for like the 40th ranked prospect. I'm just scouting the best players available. That's kind of what you do in baseball anyways. You take the best player available and then kind of figure it out. It's not quite like football, where in football you might draft for need, right? Yeah, sure. And then we have this guy here, Jake Biggs. Another pitcher. He's a starting pitcher, projected to have great stamina. Control, okay, could have average to above average control. Very good velocity. Not great on the pitch break. I mean, really the only things I care about for starting pitching are their stamina, their control, their velocity, and their pitch break. I don't really care about their hits per 9, their walks per 9. That kind of all ties into control, velocity, pitch break. But yeah, I think we will roll forward with that. And yeah, I think we are ready for third game. I think I'm going to wear the City Connects. They are kind of ugly City Connects. I'm not a fan of the White Sox City Connects. Bryce Wilson on the bump for us. I don't think anyone really needs a day off. Let's go ahead and jump into it. And yeah, if you're just tuning in, Luis Robert, who is the one player having what I would call a very good season on this team. Yeah, he broke his leg and he's out for 2 to 3 months. So,
and welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have
yeah, we're without our only good player
on the show. It's the Miami Marlins going up against the Chicago White Sox.
All right, you know what? I know the Marlins are looking to sweep us, but let's give a shout out to our bullpen.
This is on a bullpen that's been tremendous recently, from the setup arms to the
last
closers.
4 games,
this group
17 innings, a 106 ERA,
it's been incredible.
10 punch-outs, 8 walks.
The starters hand over
probably getting a little lucky, but
practically game over for the opposition.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. About to get started here And today on the hill, Bryce Wilson.
Okay, Bryce Wilson, our ace,
but still,
on the mound for Game 3 as we try to avoid a sweep by the Miami Marlins.
A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you needed a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real
and Otto Lopez
guy,
digs in.
but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
Strike 2.
Swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
Happy Mother's Day to my mom.
Yes, happy Mom's Day.
And that's on the corner.
That was
4 strike 3. 1 away.
Mesa Jr. will hit next. They say you win.
Check swing. He went around. 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
And that's downstairs and outside.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
That's a high pop-up in the infield in foul territory. Rojas. 2 away.
Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins. Here's a guy who is one of the best in the business.
Xavier
You're
Edwards.
about looking for a hit somewhere, and this is a guy you go to.
That's a line drive, right field. Tachman puts it away. It's a 1-2-3, top of the first for Bryce Wilson.
Bottom of the first. Here's Josh Rojas.
All right, we'll go ahead and quick manage Josh Rojas. Leadoff single. Lenyn Sosa strikes out. Benintendi also singles. Men on the corners. 1 out for Austin Slater. And he hits an RBI double. 1-0. Like Tachman with an RBI double, but Slater got thrown at the plate. 2-0. And a 2-run homer for Andrew Vaughn. We are up 4-0. Michael A. Taylor reaches on an error. We're going to try to steal second. We're caught. And yeah, that does it for the bottom of the first. We stretch across 4 runs.
Next offering is in for a strike.
He's already pitching with a 4-0 lead, so we should see him be aggressive. Fill up the strike zone. Don't issue free passes.
Next pitch misses way outside. Next offering misses down and away. Good job to fight that one off. 3-2 now.
And that sinker's in the dirt. That's a leadoff walk.
And that's their first base runner of the game. Jonah Bride, the next up for the Marlins.
So here's Jonah Bride.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boo.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Nobody out. Runner at first.
That's going to be a ground ball. This could be 2. Rojas to second. The throw goes into right field.
And now runners at the corners.
And no one will be out here. Rojas with another error. And instead of a potential double play, we get no outs.
Right. On at first with nobody out.
And it's first and second with no one out.
With a runner at third, this is who they want at the plate. He's so good at getting a run across in these situations.
Pitch misses. And a count now even up.
Count is 3-2.
This one in the dirt, but no advance from the runners. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
That's a chopper, and that is up the middle for a base hit. And the Marlins are on the board, 4-1.
Picks himself up an RBI. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
3 straight men reach here. Here's Griffin
Now at
Conine.
the plate, Griffin Conine. Next offering is downstairs. First and second, no outs. Here in the third and final game of the series.
That's a ground ball. This could be two. Sosa, second.
6
To one.
3,
For one on the
that's not in
first.
time, and they
But we
just
can't
get
turn the
one.
double play.
And now for the Marlins, Graham Pauley.
Some men on the corners. One out. That's a ground ball. Baldwin, second. There's one on the first. And there's the double play. So, a pretty big defensive miscue leads to a Marlins run, but we're still up 4-1.
And welcome back to the ballpark.
We'll go ahead and quick manage here. I would love another 4-run inning. We start off with a ground out, followed by a fly out, and a strikeout. So we go 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the second.
On to the third inning. Leading off, Agustin Ramirez.
Got the number 9 man, Agustin Ramirez, for the Marlins.
Swing and a miss.
Fastball right down the
See if you can
cock.
go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss.
And
in
he
the zone,
swings and
because that's
misses
where
at
you
a
get hurt.
terrible
Swings
slurve.
and misses.
But we will take it
First,
as we throw to
leadoff
first to
hitter
complete the
gone in
strikeout.
third. So the lineup flips
Back to the
over.
top of the order, Otto Lopez.
The next to hit.
I love a
One down,
quick inning
bases
here.
empty. And that misses.
Close
Now
pitch,
2
but it's a
balls and
ball.
strike.
1 strike.
Just
that's out.
missed.
And that pitch is in the dirt. That's the second walk given up by Bryce Wilson.
Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
And at the plate for Miami, Victor Mesa Jr.
That's going to be rolled over, but foul.
And that's foul. Next offering way off the plate.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get.
That's going to be a ground ball through the hole for a base hit.
On the right side of the infield.
So now it's first and second with one out, and the Marlins are threatening yet again.
Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here.
Here's Xavier Edwards.
The pitch. That one
That's
down
grounded,
the
but
line,
foul.
and it goes just foul.
That's going to be a ground ball.
Might be 2.
Sosa goes to second for one on to first. Cannot complete the double play. Another fielder's choice.
And next is the designated
So now there's 2 on, 2 out for the Marlins cleanup man, Connor Norby.
He hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Off the mark there, and it's 3-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. 2 on, 2 outs. Comes up empty.
And a swing and a miss at the cutter. It's in the dirt. Lee gathers, throws to first to complete the strikeout. Marlins put some more traffic on the bases, but are unable to push a run across. It's still 4-1.
Back at right field.
We'll go ahead and quick manage again. Lennon Sosa flies out. Benintendi flies out. Slater hits a solo home run. We're up 5-1 now after 3.
On to the fourth.
Would love a quick inning from Bryce Wilson here. Jonah Bride to lead things off.
And that's down and away.
You know, these Marlins doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way. And I'm seeing
fastball right down Broadway.
He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
That's going to be a ground ball. Sosa.
In
One away.
of time to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th. Jesus Sanchez getting
There's
ready to
Jesus
hit.
Sanchez. Fouled away.
1 out, bases empty. And a good eye there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing
And a swing and a miss.
And he struck him out.
That's the 4th
He's got
strikeout for
4
Wilson.
strikeouts now. Griffin Conine, the next up for the Marlins. Conine. Recently earned Rookie of the Month honors.
That's going to be rolled over to first. Andrew Vaughn right next to the bag, takes it himself, and it's a quick inning for Bryce Wilson. Still 5-1 after 3.5.
Ready to go, bottom 4. Andrew Vaughn now.
All right, we'll go ahead and quick manage here. Andrew Vaughn already has a homer in the game. This time he walks. Michael A. Taylor faces a new pitcher. He strikes out. Brooks Baldwin also strikes out.
Take your base.
Another walk here for Corey Lee. Back to the top of our order with Josh Rojas. He walks. Lennon Sosa grounds out. So we leave them loaded.
Set for the start of the inning. Here's the third baseman.
We're going to get some arms warmed up in the pen. Let's get Shane Smith warmed up. Who else do I want warmed up? Yeah, let's get Jake Eater warmed up too.
Graham Pauley.
Would love for Wilson to get through 5 here, but if he's going to do that, he's going to have to face the minimum, and it's not looking so good right now, as that's off the wall, and it's a leadoff double for Graham Pauley.
That's a leadoff double. Now it's going to be Agustin
Now here's Agustin Ramirez. Excuse me.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Swing and a miss. 5 punch-outs now for Wilson. 1 away.
Here's the second baseman.
Now here's Otto Lopez. Excuse me. And that's hit hard into right. Tauchman on the run. Makes the catch. 4 out, number 2. Runner will tag and head down to third.
Now the number 2 hitter, Victor Mesa Jr.
And we're going to go ahead and take... Actually, let's do a mound visit. Jake Eater, the innings eater, is going to come into the game. Not great stats.
At times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the
Couldn't
right track.
quite get through 5 innings with Bryce Wilson. He was getting too tired.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. 2 outs and a runner at third. And we're at the top of the 5th.
That's a fly ball in the left. Austin Slater puts it away for out number 3. So we are halfway through regulation. It's still 5-1.
Here on the south side, and now it's going to be...
Go ahead and quick manage here. Benintendi singles. Austin Slater also singles. Tauchman hits a 3-run homer, and he breaks this one open. We're up 8-1. As a new pitcher comes in, Andrew Vaughn strikes out. Michael A. Taylor flies out. Brooks Baldwin singles. And we get a ground out there to end the inning, but 3-run shot by Tauchman makes it 8-1.
All set for the top of the 6th. And here is
Xavier Edwards to lead things off in the top of the 6th, 8-1.
You can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come
on the outside corner, 3-2.
Shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
And got him looking. 1 away.
A fastball up in the zone.
Here's Connor Norby.
Hitter, Connor Norby. Check swing called strike.
2-2.
The Marlins with a lot of ground to make up, and we're the top half of the 6th.
Got him looking. Back-to-back punch-outs for Jake Eater. Start things off in the 6th.
Bride, the next up for the Marlins. 2 down, nobody on. And that one is downstairs. Now 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Slice down the right side.
That's going to be a ground ball to Sosa, who knocks it down and has no play.
We'll see how they score this.
And that's going to be an E4, our second error of the game.
And now the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. That one missed. Right. The runner at first with 2 gone.
Trying to make it so we weren't holding the runner at first, but whatever. And a swing and a miss, so Jake Eater works around the 2-out error, strikes out the side. Still 8-1 after 5.5.
And we're back.
Going quick manage, Josh Rojas with a single. Lennon Sosa flies out, Benintendi singles. Men on the corners, 1 out. Austin Slater hits into a fielder's choice. Mike Tauchman with an RBI single, so now it's 9-1, and now it's 11-1 following an Andrew Vaughn 2-run double. And Michael Taylor strikes out again. He is an automatic out.
This game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
Singy, did anybody ever give you the silent treatment?
I don't remember that they did. I think they were pretty cool with me in terms of
Griffin Conine at the plate. We have an 11-1 lead here in the 7th. That's a fly ball in the left field. Slater
to watch now, though, especially when
went in, then went back. 4-out number 1.
You know, some guys they've been around long enough to know there's a good chance I'm going to get the silent treatment.
There's Graham Pauley.
Maybe been grinding it out for a little while and finally gets that home run. Is expecting the big lift coming into the dugout, and they just stonewall him. It's awesome.
And downstairs, every once in a while, they'll work that same trick on a veteran player.
And that's hit hard into right. Back goes Tauchman, and it's over his head and off the wall.
Makes the turn and heads for
And it's going to be a 1-out double for Graham Pauley.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones
There's
you dream
Agustin
about.
Ramirez.
In the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
That was your worst start one year. Didn't you start like 3 for 33 or something?
Oh, it was awesome. It was, I mean, it was
And that's
awful.
a line drive into right field
awesome.
for a base hit.
Awesome.
Not so awesome.
The runner's going to round third and come in to score.
Awful for me. It
And the
like
Marlins
some type of deal at a fast food
cut it to a
restaurant,
9-run
3 for
game.
33 or something.
Man at first.
We're going to get Shane Smith warmed up.
Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Otto Lopez.
Back to the top of the order with Otto Lopez. That's going to be a ground ball. Rojas, second. There's one on to first, and around the horn they go for the double play. 7th inning stretch time. The Marlins able to scratch across another run. It's 11-2.
Back here on the south side.
Go ahead and quick manage. Brooks Baldwin walks. Corey Lee hits a 2-run homer. It's now 13-2. Josh Rojas strikes out. Sosa doubles. Benintendi grounds out. Slater strikes out.
We're at the top of the 8th, and at the plate for Miami.
We will go ahead and put Shane Smith in.
Going with a new arm, number 64.
He's got a cushy lead.
2 days ago.
No, that's low.
That's a little looper. Shallow right. Tauchman on the run. Puts it away for out number 1.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
At the
Here's
plate,
Xavier Edwards.
Xavier Edwards.
And that's hit hard into right field for a base hit. It's a 1-out single for Xavier Edwards.
Everything came together for him. Fastball pretty much middle.
There's
That's
Connor
what you fall
Norby.
asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
That's a high fly ball on the right. Tauchman.
Pulls
2
it
away.
down and he makes the catch. 2 down. And now the first baseman, Jonah Bride. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy.
Go ahead and warm up another arm in the bullpen. Let's give Penn Murphy some work. I know it's not a safe situation.
Kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
And that one missing low.
Great
Full
RBI
count
spot
now.
here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely
That's
score.
a walk.
Take your base.
So first and second with 2 outs. And up next for Miami, Jesus Sanchez.
It's a pitch in the
Squirts
dirt.
away a
2 and
little
1.
bit. Next pitch is downstairs. That clips the corner.
3 and 2.
And that's a line drive base hit in the center field. The runner hesitated at third. The throw by Taylor. Safe. And now it's a 10-run game.
Now the left fielder, Griffin Conine.
Here's Griffin Conine.
2 and 1 now, 2 aboard.
That's going to be a ground ball. Sosa. There's out number 3. The Marlins scratch one across again. It's now 13-3.
Back at right field. On to the bottom of the 8th. Here's Mike Tauchman.
Okay, we'll go ahead and quick manage. I think I'm going to pinch hit for Tauchman. He's had a hell of a game. But I also want to get some of these other guys a chance. Let's get Joey Gallo some ABs. He strikes out. Who can I pinch hit Andrew Vaughn for? I don't really think... I could put Matt Bison. Nah. Swing away. Michael A. Taylor, he's 0 for 4. Now he's 0 for 5.
Here on the south side, all set to start the 9th in this one. And now for the Marlins, Graham Paul.
No, we're going to put our closer in, despite the fact that it's a 10-run game. Penn Murphy hasn't really had a lot of work, so I'm going to give him an opportunity here.
Yeah, that's outside. That one in the dirt, and that's ball 3.
And that is smashed into left center. That is going to roll all the way to the wall. And that's a leadoff double for Graham Pauley. I think he has 3 doubles on the game. He's killing us, despite the fact that it's 13-3.
And now, Agustin Ramirez.
It's Agustin Ramirez.
That one
smash, but foul.
Foul.
Fastball right down the middle.
Runner on second. Swing and
a miss at the slurve. One away.
For the first out here in the 9th. So up next, Otto Lopez.
That's a little looper into right. That's going to fall for a hit.
And it drops in. Stop sign goes up at third.
And there's now a man on first and third. 1 out.
And here is Victor Mesa Jr.
Here's Victor Mesa.
The 1-1. Called strike right there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And the next pitch is way outside. Runners are at the corners, 1 away. And there's a ball. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swing.
That's going to be a ground ball. A diving stop by Baldwin, but he has no play, and it's now 13-4.
Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing.
Now I got to get another guy warmed up. Let's get Cam Boozer warmed up. We'll have a mound visit.
A lot of that these days with hitters trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
That's Penn Murphy's first earned run allowed of the year.
Next to hit, Xavier Edwards.
Pitch is in the dirt, gets away from Lee. Runners are going to try to advance, and they do so.
Wild pitch, and both runners are in scoring position. Lopez, the runner at third. Mesa over at second. With
And that's roped into center field. Taylor has to play it on a hop.
Run scores. Throw comes
and another run scores. 13-5 now.
With still only one away. Here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Connor Norby. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat.
That's a high fly ball, right center field. Taylor heading back, just shy of the warning track for out number 2. But another run comes in to score. It's now a 7-run game. I gotta put Cam Boozer in.
New pitcher for the White Sox.
Feels bad. Penn Murphy had been so good for us all year. We put him in for a non-save situation just to get some work in, and he gets tagged for 3 runs in 2/3 of an inning.
So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations.
Cam Boozer coming in to get the last out.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 2.
1 strike.
A little bit low. Already 3 runs across in the frame here at the top of the 9th.
That's a little looper into right, but that's going to fall for a hit. Runner's got to move from first to third. There's men on the corners with 2 outs. So the Marlins are not going quietly here. There's Jesus Sanchez. That pitch is in the dirt. No advantage for the runners.
Corners are occupied with 2 down. Next offering is fouled back.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay.
That's going to be ball 4.
That's a nice at bat and a great take.
We are making this frustratingly close.
2 outs, bases full, and at the plate for Miami, Griffin Conant.
That is rope, but foul.
Foul ball. Boozer is just 1 strike away.
And that pitch goes to the backstop, but no advantage for any of the runners. And it's now 3-2. 2 outs. And that's a line drive into right. And that ball is going to be off the wall. That is going to empty the bases. And it's a 3-run double. It's now 13-9.
Clears the bases. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been.
And now here's Graham Pauley,
be happy with that result.
Who's 3 for 4 with 3 doubles.
And the batter now, Graham Pauley. They're down to their final strike. And that's downstairs. Now 2-2.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game.
And a swing and a miss on the fastball. And after a very painful top of the 9th, we finally end the game. Our offense showed up.
13-9 final score in this one.
And we take game 3 of the series. We still dropped 2 out of 3. That was a frustrating top of the 9th. All right, box score: Tauchman, Vaughn, Sosa, and Slater each had doubles. Tauchman went deep, as did Vaughn. Corey Lee went deep. Austin Slater went deep as well. 5 RBIs for Mike Tauchman, 4 for Andrew Vaughn, 2 for Corey Lee, 2 for Austin Slater. Had a couple of errors, unfortunately. Bryce Wilson, 4 2/3, 1 earned, 3 hits, 5 punch-outs, 2 walks. Our bullpen went 5 1/3. They ended up allowing, 1, 2, 6, 8 earned runs. Not great. But our offense showed up and bailed us out for the final game. A nice change of scenery. Okay, so that is going to do it for this stream. We're pushing 2 hours right now. Next stream will be next Saturday. To give you guys an idea, we'll do offense only. But to give you guys an idea of what series I'm going to target, it's not going to be this Red series. Probably not going to be this Cubs series either. potentially Seattle, potentially Texas, or potentially the Mets, maybe even potentially Baltimore. It'll be one of those 4 series. But yeah, we are 14-27 right now. We're not a good baseball team. Every time I've streamed, I think this is the 3rd or 4th time I've streamed 3-game series for the White Sox. I can tell you what series I streamed. We just did this Marlins series. We did this Twins series. And then I think we did the Tigers. And then, yeah, I did opening day against the Angels, but that was a full game stream. So, yeah, for each, we've done 3-game sets, and we've dropped 2 out of 3 in each of the 3-game sets. I mean, a 3-6 record isn't good, but neither is this team. But anyways, we lose our star player. Luis Robert breaks his leg. Not great, but hey, you gotta figure out how to persevere, right? But anyways, tomorrow, still planning on doing Commanders franchise. I know it's Easter. More importantly, it's 420. But I am still planning on doing Commanders franchise. Tomorrow night at some point, I'll post an update on my channel as far as the specific time goes. And yeah, my plan is to stream White Sox franchise next Saturday. I'll see you guys there. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good night.